This is Weighted Opinions.
Welcome back, legends. It is time for episode 22 of Weighted Opinions, the show where I put ideas on the bar and see what they actually weigh. And today, I'm having a conversation with a very specific demographic. It's the I used to be athletic guy and the my back just does weird things lady at the office, or that mom who threw out her shoulder just putting on a hoodie, right? Yeah. Today's episode is going to be called Training After 30, where your comeback era begins. All right? Because apparently when you turn 30, society is just like, well, here's weaker toned down coffee and my chiropractor's business card. And now you have full permission to act like physical deterioration is your primary personality trait. Absolutely not. So let's talk about it, right? Somewhere around 30 years old, people just, they surrender. We quit. You know, at 22, you're down to just go wild, where it's like, let's train legs today as hard as we can. And then I'm going to play hockey in the evening, but then I'll be back in time to go drinking so we can party tonight. And I'll get home with, I don't know, enough time to get 4 hours of sleep tonight. And then we'll do it all over again tomorrow. But then at 34, it's like, oh, I slept weird. Now I need to make some sort of strategic sleep plan for me to work it out tonight. Like, what happened in between? Did your DNA just suddenly file for retirement and say, that's it, we're hanging up the skates? Like, nope. You stopped. What did you stop? Well, you stopped moving properly. You stopped recovering intentionally. You stopped prioritizing your strength. And you stopped respecting your body like it's an asset. That's not aging. That's annual neglect with some birthday candles and some cake. All right, let's call it what it is. You're not going to like it, but we're going to dive in. Let's go. All right, I'm just going to come in full force here, and I'm going to dive in and just go right after it, okay? You're not old, you're deconditioned. Accept it, deal with it. Let's get into it. So I'll save a whole generation some time here, okay? Your metabolism didn't just fall off a cliff and die. Your joints didn't just suddenly change their name to Judas and decide to betray you. Your body didn't turn against you. You got busier, less active, more stressed, for sure more stressed, always more stressed. You got worse with your sleep patterns. You became less consistent, and you got way more comfortable, didn't you? Didn't you? You're probably sitting somewhere comfy right now. There's nothing wrong with that, but I know your ass is comfortable all the time. You don't like to do hard stuff and get uncomfortable. Anyways, now you're pointing your finger like I am, and you're blaming biology for your lifestyle choices. Bold move. Let's see how that one plays out. What's the problem here then? Well, I'll tell you, since you asked so kindly. It's an ego problem, and this is where things are going to get spicy, okay? A lot of 30-plus adults make a fatal mistake here. And once they try and get back into it, they try and train like their 22-year-old self did. So you just do way too much too soon, that all or nothing mentality, and just get after it. You start and you ignore your mobility, right? This is a big one. You skip recovery, all right? And then you chase PRs like it's your day job, only your body has changed and your tendons and your ligaments have the same quality of a stale tortilla that's clinging to life, even though it should have been thrown out years ago. Whatever, it's fine. And then you have the audacity to say, see, my body can't handle training anymore. Oh, is that what's going on here? No, your body can't handle your stupidity anymore. That's correct. It's a completely different issue that we can talk about at length some other day. Not today. We don't have that much time. Your comeback cannot be ego-driven, okay? Rule number 1, that's the big thing here. You're no longer training to impress random strangers. They never mattered. They still don't. Get over it. Who cares? You're not surviving off of caffeine and chaos. I know a lot of you are looking at me and don't, okay? Shut up. And you can't recover via pizza and denial. We wish we could, but we can't, and you can't. So now, what are we doing? Well, you should be training for your longevity, right? Not just adding years to your life, but correct life to your years. For performance, right? What's your everyday routine? going to and from work, getting the kids to and from sports, being able to participate with them, do your recreational activities free of pain and debilitating days of being a human piece of trash after doing stuff like you used to. Which leads us into resilience. Correct. You can do the things you want to do without paying for it for the next 96 hours, going, I'm not a young buck anymore, right? And here's the crazy part. When you start doing these things consistently and doing them properly, you're now training to have a bigger gas tank and more energy so that you can do more consistently at a higher level with better output, right? And then there's the nice little side advantage of looking more dangerous in your fitted clothing, huh? Those tight pants aren't at capacity because they're holding the ship together like, I'm giving her all I got. It's because you're wearing the pants aren't wearing you. You know what I'm saying? Right. I got distracted. Yeah. So we're also training for maturity, which I'm not sure I just exemplified, but whatever. We want to mature in our ability and our lifting and what we're doing here so that we can grow. Our growth is always important. We always want to fail forward, grow up, and do that 1% better, right? So that we don't have to continue to wear the stretchy pants. Those sweatpants that look like jeans because the jeans just don't fit, but you got to go to the grocery store. It's fine. We're not going to get into it. I'm not attacking anybody, okay? If that's what you need to do, it's fine, but we're going to get it together so that you don't have to do that anymore. Thank me later, right? So let's move on. So training after 30 is going to be different and better. Let me tell you why. Here's the secret that nobody's going to tell you. That training after 30 can actually be better because now you're smarter, you're more disciplined, you're less impulsive, and you're slightly more aware that mortality is a thing. Not saying you're old, but you know it. Your youth, it helps you cheat, right? It gives you recovery even when you shouldn't recover because you drank all night and then you slept on your buddy's pool table and you wake up feeling like $1,000,000. That's BS. That's not real life. But in those experiences that you've been through, you know what not to do. So your experience gives you strategy. And guess what? Strategy will always win with proper implementation. So the new rules, let's talk reality here, is rule number 1, okay? I see this every day, all day. Warm-ups are no longer optional. I don't care how old you are, you should at least be doing a half-ass warm-up to get the joints lubricated and the muscles warmed up that you're about to use, right? At 19, you could walk in and you could just smell the smelling salts, crack your neck and your knuckles a couple of times, and then raw dog PR deadlift session where you're completely fine even though you just started your warm-up set at 405. No, not anymore. Your body requires more than that now. It requires some mobilization, some activation, some tissue prep, and maybe a short pump up speech or emotional support walk to get it where you need to, right? Your body's a beautiful vehicle that you're stuck with for life. Respect the damn thing, okay? Rule number 2, recovery is a part of training, right? If your recovery plan is vibes and Advil, we need to talk a little bit more, okay? If your recovery means proper sleep, hydration, nutrition, movement, and at least a little bit of stress management, then we're great. We're where we need to be. You're not pretending that your soreness is a personality trait anymore, right? What's number 3? Great question. Your strength training is frickin' mandatory, okay? It's not a damn option. Let's read it again. It's mandatory. Your strength training is mandatory, all right? Why, Jared? Why? Well, shut up. Let me tell you. Because after 30, guess what? Muscle loss starts creeping in. I know it's not what you want to hear, but it's the BS biology that we've all been dealt with, okay? Your muscle loss starts creeping in and faster than you want it to, especially if you're not strength training, okay? This, especially for you ladies, but in all of us, guess what? Your hormones are going to shift. Things are going to change. It sucks. Again, it's a bitter pill we all have to swallow. You can't change it, so stop crying about it and roll with the punches. On that same vein, same note here, your recovery changes. Okay. You're not going to recover as fast. Your body isn't going to repair from that crappy sleep on your buddy's pool table. You need to actually do things properly, drink some damn water, and get a full night's sleep. All right. And on top of all of that, this is another big one. Your injury risk does rise, right? Again, we're training to make us stronger, build that muscle armor so that you mitigate and have a lower chance of injury, but your risk for injury is still higher than it was when you were below 30. I know it sucks, okay? It is what it is. I didn't make the rules, I just play by them. Ish. Your muscle building and having muscle should actually become part of your retirement plan. All right? Because your strength training it's basically insurance for your body. It's so that you're not fragile and weak and pathetic and, a sneeze isn't going to take you out. So that's rule number 3. Number 4 is you need to stop training like it's frickin' punishment. Okay? You don't need to crush 2-hour death hero workouts. You don't need to do that. Or like you're suffering training for the damn Olympics. You're not. Okay? And you don't need to do absolute daily destruction, annihilation, scorched earth, right? It should be stimulation, not annihilation. You need to be consistent. You need a proper plan for progression, progressive overload, consult a professional if you can find one, and actually make sure they know their shit, because that's a big part, different topic, whatever. You need to have the right intensity, smart intensity, okay? You need to lift with purpose. You need to lift intentionally and deliberately, but to the best of your intensity availability. Again, see that former part where I said stimulation, not annihilation. Time under tension, slow control, stimulation, neurological connections, mind to muscle. Do it properly. Again, consult a professional. They can explain it. They'll help you. All right? And you need to have sustainable effort. You can always control your attitude and you can always control your effort, right? Show up with a good attitude, give it consistent high-level effort. Guess what? You're now building a body, not auditioning for frickin' a concentration camp. I don't know. Anyways, we're going to move on here. That's it. Okay. The next part might be a little bit touchy for some of you, but we got to do it. Okay. I'm going to talk nutrition. So let's address the chaos. At 23, your staples can be pizza and 18 drinks a night, right? Like at 23, oh, I ate nachos at 1 a.m. 4 nights this week, and I look incredible. At 37, it's like, oh, I looked at cheesecake and I gained emotional inflammation. I don't know what the hell that means, but it makes sense to a lot of us, I'm sure. It's a different era, right? Nutrition actually matters now. It's arguably more important than your training. I know, I'm a trainer and I just said that. Shut up, don't tell people. But yes, your nutrition really, really, really matters. And guess what? It's not because your metabolism vanished. No, it's because your recovery matters more and your hormones play a bigger part. And above all else, consistency. It matters the most, right? Protein, frickin' protein matters. All right? The amount of people I've worked with in my career that think they eat an adequate amount of protein and then tell me they're getting like 60 grams a day and wonder why they're being held together by duct tape and dreams is freaking insane to me. Protein, protein, protein. It's your new day job. Eat more protein. And when you're full of protein, have a protein snack, right? On top of that, what else matters? Hydration, correct. We need to drink some more damn water. We're all out here consuming way too much of every drink except for water. And again, the amount of times I've heard in my career, I don't like the taste of water. Do you see my face right now? It didn't freeze. It's just me being blown away and my mind just shutting down. What? You don't like the taste of water? It's tasteless, you imbecile. You need it to survive. It's like an oil change for your body. Hydrate. You don't drink water and then you come in and you're like, oh, man, my shoulder and my hip and my ankles and my knees and all my major joints are yelling at me and I don't know what I did. It's what you didn't do. Okay, drink some damn water. It's crazy. It tastes good. It's refreshing. Okay, I don't know what you're talking about. Protein and hydration, they frickin' matter. You should look into it. There's probably some science and some research out there that you can figure out and yeah, whatever. And here's another big one, okay? Vegetables are not just a garnish to dress up your plate and make them look a certain way. It's not just presentation value at that restaurant you go to. You're supposed to actually consume them. And you get the micro and macronutrients and the minerals and vitamins that your body requires. All right? The fact that you've been cheating the system, living off the ignorance of your youth for however long, decades at this point, has led you astray. It's been a lie. That stuff matters now more than ever. You need to figure it out. You need to look into it. Okay? Which one did I leave off the list of your basic report card? Oh, I don't know, man. I'm tired. Just think. Oh, I'm tired. Sleep. Sleep. That's right. It is the ultimate performance enhancing drug. Okay? This world's obsessed with performance enhancing drugs and steroids. And, oh, I'm not going to say steroids. It's peptides. It's all the fucking same. Okay? They're all enhancements. You want enhancement? Sleep. It's the ultimate performance enhancing drug. Yeah? You want to feel 10 years younger? Sleep. That's literally it. I know, I just blew your mind, okay? It's not that collagen powder from this 21-year-old influencer living in their parents' house, okay? They have no life experience. They're still living off the ignorance of their youth. Why are you listening to them telling you how to recapture the youth that they haven't lost yet? They know nothing, okay? They don't even know how to wipe their butt. They ask their parents for instructions still. It's insane that we're using them as our measuring stick and buying supplements and plant. I can't. It drives me mental. All right. Another secret. Yeah. It's not just that mushroom coffee you've never heard of from Indonesia that you need to microdose yourself with. There's some science. Okay. Relax before all you people come at me sideways and saying, you know, Jared, there is research. Yeah. There's something for everybody. Okay. I'm talking basic report card here. You don't need the Indonesian mushroom coffee. All right, plain and simple. And then another big one is, oh, you know, I went to this naturopath or this Reiki, well, blah, 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 energy. And yeah, they got me on all these magnesiums and zincs. And no. You don't need magnesium that's blessed by monks. That's also not a thing, okay? Just sleep. 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 That's it. Do it right now. I don't care. Don't watch the rest of this. Just fucking go to sleep. Get some damn sleep, all right? Most of you feel old because you're freaking exhausted. Not because you're aging, because you've been tired as shit for the last 10 years and you actually haven't slept or recovered. Have I driven the point home enough yet? If not, watch this part. Sleep. And then when you're done sleeping, wake up and sleep some more. Have a freaking nap. Go to sleep. Go to bed. Sleep. Okay? Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Sleep. Is it enough? Do you need me to do it again? No? Good. All right. Well, you know what? Think about it or sleep on it. We're going to move on. All right. Jeez. So let's talk a mindset shift. All right. And this is a big one too. Training after 30 isn't about getting back to where you were. Okay. That mindset is some toxic bullshit that's going to betray you and lead you off the course and the path that you need to be on. Why? Because you're not that person anymore, right? The goal is becoming stronger and wiser and healthier and more capable than ever, even more so than the one that was floating off youth, getting all these returns they didn't deserve, right? It isn't a return to that. This isn't a rebuild. It's a comeback. Like I said, a different energy, right? So your hard truth here is that you're over 30 and saying it's just age, but you're not training, you're not sleeping, you eat like a possessed dumpster goblin. I don't know what the hell that means, but it makes sense. You sit constantly all day, every day, at work, at home, for recreation, on your free time, when you're busy. You're sitting constantly too much. It's the new smoking. Look into it. It's very bad for you. And you rely on your nostalgia as your cardio when you're running down memory lane. You see what I did there? Yeah. Let's be serious though. You're not aging like you think you are. you're self-sabotaging and you using your lower back pain as vindication and justice to your bullshit mindset and way of thinking. Okay? So let me give you a comeback blueprint, if you will. Here is your playbook. If you will strength train 3 to 5 times a week. I know that seems like a ton, but your workouts can be 15 to 20 to 30 minutes, right? Everybody's got that time 3 to 5 times a week. It's just time management and prioritization. If you're not able to do it, it's because you suck at those things. That's a hard truth. That's a different topic. You need to mobilize regularly. If you're not moving a lot through the day, you need to get your steps in. Walking is such an underutilized tool, and it's just not given enough credit for what it adds to and enhances people's routines with, right? Again, warm-up's not optional. You need to warm up like you actually care, all right? As I said earlier, prioritize your protein. Protein with every meal. Build your meals around protein. The other stuff is optional, right? Hydrate. Water. Water is great, okay? Drink more of it. And when you think you've drank enough, drink another liter. You should be getting 2 to 3 liters a day minimum, okay? I don't know if I mentioned this one before, but sleep. Yeah, I know, sleep. Please just sleep. Stop comparing yourself to your younger version. You're not you. You don't have the same job. You probably don't have the same income. You probably don't have the same responsibility, the same lifestyle. Why are you holding you and your physical standards to that person that didn't have to worry about any of that shit that you have to worry about? It's not a fair comparison. You're giving yourself this unreal expectation, setting yourself up for disappointment to where you are always going to feel like you're failing. And that's not motivating. That's not how you stay consistent or how you stay on track. Stop comparing current you to younger you. All right? And here it is, the big one at the end of it. Play the long game. All right? It's not a quick fix. It's not overnight. It's not spot treatment. It is a lifestyle. It's a commitment to living a better life, to being the better life, to adding years to your life and life to your years. Like I said, it's not complicated, but you have to keep showing up and being that person day after day after day. And here's an extra little freebie, especially on the days where you don't want to. Those are the ones where you need to double down and be that person. Because if you can do it on those days, the rest of them are cake. It's easy. All right? You see somebody else taking the easy route, bailing out, or not being that person because they had a day, double down your efforts. That's when you go all in and you put all your chips on the table and you do it twice as hard so that your easy days feel like a breeze. Absolutely nothing, right? That's it. No miracle, no life hacks, no influencer bullshit where I'm going to try to get you to buy my magnesium collagen enhanced protein butt pills or whatever. Not some secret protocol from a shirtless guy on Instagram named Trent. Shout out Trent. I don't know who you are, but stop lying to people. Yeah. Again, I could go on and on and on and on. And, sorry to my clients today. I was in a mood. So they heard me go on and on and on and on and gearing up for what I'm presenting to all of you today. Yeah, I think that's it. That's what I've got for you today. So let me give you my closing shot here. If you are over 30, okay, your best years are not behind you unless you choose them to be. That's it. You get to be the author of your story. So you can be the hero or the villain. Shit, that's a good topic. I already did one on that. Well, you should go back and watch that and maybe listen to that. Are you the hero or the villain? Anyways, your best years are not behind you, okay? Your comeback era begins the second you want it to. Yeah. So you need to stop romanticizing who you used to be and start building the legend of who you are becoming. Because age doesn't make you weak. Neglect does. Experience makes you stronger. And the wiser man is always at the top. All right. And woman, relax. All right. Just nobody try and get me canceled for that one. Anyways, yeah. If this episode hit home, good. Because if you're thinking, you're growing, and that's my goal here. So as always, my friends, please, 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 if you could like, comment, share, and most of all, hit that subscribe button, and send this to that one friend. We all got them. Send it to the one friend who's like, Jared, I'm just getting old. Obviously, they're not going to say Jared. That's my name. All right? Come on. You guys are smarter than that. No, Gary, you're not just getting old. You're dehydrated and under-muscled. Boom. Got him. Suck it, Gary. Shout out, Gary. I don't know who you are either. Anyways, until next time, my friends, stay dangerous, stay disciplined, and most of all, stay glorious.
This is weighted opinions from me and my best friends. Let me have your attention for all the stuff we will mention. Spitting all truth with fun, so unclench your bum, because I'm about to take off and run.